Zurubang, Ultimate Battle Royale of Everything and More. Battle 16. Act 1. The arena opens. The dome manifests with a sound like 1,000 pine trees snapping in an avalanche, a deep, resonous crack that echoes into a whisper of falling needles. The arena floor transforms into a vast carpet of rust-brown pine needles, soft underfoot, fragrant with the memory of ancient forests. Scattered boulders jut from the bed like sleeping giants, and the occasional dead trunk stands skeletal against the shimmer of the unbreakable dome. Zurubang descends from his golden throne, his 4 arms spread wide, his cosmic coat trailing stardust. His voice booms across creation. Ladies, gentlemen, and entities beyond comprehension, Battle 16 is the strongest lineup we have ever fielded. Gods who kill gods, warriors of starlight, and one man whose heartbeat sounds like a death march. Millions upon millions of spectators roar from their seats, a sea of faces spanning every universe, every timeline, every conceivable reality, their cheers creating a sound like the birth of stars. Zurubang raises all 4 arms. Let us meet our combatants! B-Tier! From the Lilith system of Star Fox, Fox McCloud, the Ace of Corneria, Wings of Justice, Barrel Roll Incarnate. The R-Wing screams into existence with a sonic boom, banking hard over the pine needles before hovering in attack position. Fox McCloud grips the controls, green eyes scanning the arena. I am Fox McCloud! He glances around the cockpit. Just me, huh? Figures. A-Tier! From the world of Infernals and Adola, Arthur Boyle, Night King of Company 8, the grinning flame, he who smiles in hell. Arthur materializes wreathed in plasma, Excalibur blazing in his grip, and he shows an impossible grin, wide and fearless. A forest floor, he tilts his head. Flammable. Perfect. From the land of light, 50,000 light years distant, Ultraman, the silver giant, guardian of Earth, 3-minute god. The air warps. Ultraman rises from a pillar of prismatic light, arms crossed, towering at 40 meters, then rapidly shrinks to human combat scale, his color timer already pulsing blue. The crowd erupts. An entire section of spectators from Nebula M78 holds up signs reading Shoo-Watch. From Alpine legend and children's nightmares, Krampus, the Christmas devil, punisher of the wicked, he who knows if you've been naughty. Krampus erupts from the pine needles themselves, hooves, horns, tongue lashing, chains rattling. His basket creaks on his back, and his eyes burn with ancient, joyful malice. So many naughty children tonight, he rasps, inhaling deeply. I can smell their sins. A portion of the crowd, specifically everyone who ever lied about eating their vegetables, shifts uncomfortably. And here we go. Say hello to our 3 S-Tiers. The arena detonates. Millions of spectators surge to their feet as one, a wall of sound so dense it bends light, so loud it registers on seismographs in dimensions that haven't been invented yet. Drinks are spilled, signs are waved, and somewhere in the back rows, a celestial being is ugly crying into its tentacles. From the blood-soaked realm of Midgard and beyond, Kratos, the ghost of Sparta, god slayer, father of rage. Kratos steps from nothing, the Levithian axe frost-rimed in his grip, the blades of chaos dormant on his back. His red tattoo seems to pulse against his ash-white skin. Another arena, he growls, voice like grinding stone. Another death. The Greek mythology section of the crowd goes absolutely silent. From Karakura town, born of 4 bloodlines forged in war across every plane of existence, Ichigo Kurosaki, the substitute soul reaper, protector of the living and the dead, the boy who invaded Soul Society and won. The air doesn't crack, it collapses. Spiritual pressure floods the arena like an invisible tsunami. Dense, suffocating, wrong in a way that makes reality bend at the edges. Ichigo steps through the distortion in his Bankai Shikakusho, Tensa Sangetsu in his hand, its black blade drinking light. He looks around with that permanent scowl. Tch, again with this crap? The Bleach section of the crowd loses its collective mind. A Shinigami Women's Association banner unfurls across 3 rows. From the shattered remnants of Earth 2, Power Girl, the last daughter of a dead universe, Kryptonian without a world, she who will not be underestimated. The air splits with a thunderclap. Power Girl descends through the dome's shimmer like a white-caped comet, boots touching pine needles without bending a single one. Absolute flight control, absolute confidence. Her arms are crossed, her jaw is set. Blue eyes sweep the arena with the calm, clinical assessment of someone who has seen her entire reality die and lived to fight in the next one. Cute forest, she says flatly. The deceased section of the crowd roars. Someone holds up a sign, Earth 2 lives. Power Girl doesn't look at it, but something in her jaw tightens. Just for a moment. WILDCARD. Zurubang pauses. His golden form flickers with something approaching. Uncertainty. And finally, from Z City, Hero Association S-Class Rank 7, King, the strongest man on Earth, slayer of monsters, the man whose very heartbeat is a death omen. King appears. He is sweating profusely. His scarred face is locked in what everyone interprets as cold, calculated fury. In reality, it is barely suppressed panic. And then it begins. Thump, thump, thump. The King engine. Every fighter hears it. That impossible heartbeat that sounds like a war drum played by a god. Fox's instruments go haywire. Arthur's grin flickers for just a moment. Even Kratos narrows his eyes. Ichigo's scowl deepens. That Raitsu? No, that's not Raitsu. It's something else. Something I can't read at all. He grips his Tensa Sangetsu tighter. Power Girl's eyes narrow. Her X-ray vision slides across King's body. Normal human physiology, elevated heart rate, no cybernetics, no energy signature she can identify. And yet, something about him makes her Kryptonian senses itch. What am I not seeing? What is that? Ultraman mutters. King says nothing, because he is afraid that if he opens his mouth, he will scream. Act 2. Perception of the Fighters. Fox runs a tactical scan from his R-Wing. 3 S tiers, 3 A tiers, and whatever that heartbeat guy is, I'm outgunned on the ground. he engages hover mode. Stay mobile, stay alive. Arthur Boyle takes in the roster and his grin widens. Gods, giants, and a princess. Good. His flames burn hotter. Company 8 never backed down from anything. Ultraman calculates rapidly. Tattooed man, god killer. The girl, solar-powered, potentially limitless. The orange-haired boy, his spiritual pressure is warping the air itself. I have perhaps 3 minutes at full power. His timer pulses. I must be efficient. Krampus sniffs the air, chains rattling. The Spartan reeks of patricide. The woman burns with survivor's grief. The boy carries death on his hip and a hollow in his chest. Oh, this will be delicious. Kratos stares at Power Girl. Dangerous. His eyes shift to Ichigo. The boy's energy is layered, unnatural. He's more than one thing. He dismisses him. Youth is not experience. His gaze lands on King. That heartbeat, it is unnatural. Ichigo looks across the field. The big pale guy, he feels like Kenpachi, old violence. The blonde woman, she's putting out raw physical power like a damn captain commander. No Raitsu, but something solar, something dense. His eyes find King. Nothing. Absolute nothing. Like staring into a wall that goes down forever. What the hell is he? Power Girl looks at King. The heartbeat man is a question mark, and I don't like question marks. King stands frozen, King engine thundering, internally screaming, "Why am I here? Saitama, Saitama, please!" Act 3. Wrath of Gods and Monsters. May the ultimate battle royale begin! Star Fox opens fire, smart bombs raining down toward the clustered fighters below. They scatter like leaves. Kratos rolls. Power Girl doesn't even flinch as the blast washes over her, and Ichigo flash steps clear before the detonation even reaches him. And King. King doesn't move. 3 smart bombs bracket his position. One detonates 2 meters to his left, another 4 meters behind him. A third screams directly at his chest and skips off the boulder beside him like stone off water before exploding harmlessly behind the dome wall. Not a scratch, not a flinch. The King engine intensifies. All 3 S-tiers clock it independently. Kratos narrows his eyes. Power Girl's X-ray vision finds nothing. Nothing that explains it. Ichigo's grip on Tensa Sangetsu tightens. Nobody says a word, but the same unspoken thought lands in 3 very different minds. This one has to be dealt with together. Fascinating, Krampus murmurs, circling the frozen man. Your fear is exquisite. The Christmas devil lunges, chains whipping towards King's throat. A smart bomb detonates directly on Krampus. Sorry, Fox bangs hard. Didn't see you there. Krampus rises from the smoke, charred and furious. You naughty little fox. He launches upward with impossible speed, chains catching the R-Wing's wing. Fox rolls, but Krampus is already climbing, claws raking cockpit glass. Excalibur bisects him. Arthur Boyle rockets past on jets of plasma flame, sword extended, splitting Krampus from shoulder to hip. Hey, Goat Man, Arthur grins. Company 8 doesn't let demons win. Krampus's halves fall and begin reknitting. His laughter echoes across the arena. Child, he rasps. I am old as punishment itself. But he's slow now, weakened. Ultraman seizes the moment, crossing the distance in a blur, his spatium ray charging. Shoo watch! The beam catches Krampus dead center. The Christmas devil screams, ancient flesh burning, chains melting. And then he's gone. A star flickers to life above the arena, horned and terrible. Krampus, eliminated by Ultraman. One down, Ultraman breathes. His color timer flashes red. Above, Fox McCloud has problems. His R-Wing is trailing smoke. Arthur Boyle is pursuing him on flame jets, Excalibur leaving plasma contrails. Stand still, Arthur laughs, completely genuine. I just want to see if I can cut a spaceship. That's not reassuring. Fox executes a perfect Immelman turn, coming around behind Arthur, lasers firing. Arthur's flames absorb the laser fire. Oh, Fox blinks. That's bad. Violet flash! Arthur's blade cleaves through the R-Wing's left engine. Fox ejects at the last second, hitting the pine needles in a combat roll, blaster drawn. The R-Wing crashes behind him in a fireball. Arthur lands nearby, still grinning. Good reflexes. You'd make a great fire soldier. Thanks, Fox raises his blaster. Do lasers do anything against you? Nope. Well, lovely. Fox charges, reflector shield active, rolling through Arthur's flame strikes, getting inside his guard, and Excalibur impales him through the chest. Sorry, Arthur says, and he means it. You fought well. Fox manages a crooked smile. Tell Peppy I did a barrel roll. He fades. A new star forms above, Alpine and Brave. Fox McCloud eliminated by Arthur Boyle. Ultraman is dying. His color timer screams warning. He has perhaps 60 seconds of combat time remaining. He makes a choice. Ultra Attack Ray! He unleashes everything he has at Arthur Boyle, catching the fire soldier mid-turn. Arthur's flames struggle against the cosmic energy. His grin finally falters. That's a lot of light. Forgive me, Ultraman roars, pouring more power into the beam. You were a true warrior. Arthur Boyle, Night King, grinning flame, hero of Company 8, finally falls, his fire extinguished, his armor cracked. Captain Obi, he whispers as he fades. I kept smiling. Arthur Boyle eliminated by Ultraman. Ultraman collapses to one knee. His color timer gives one final blink. 3 minutes, he gasps. It's never enough. He reaches toward the distant stars, his home so far away, and fades into light. Ultraman eliminated by time limit. The Nebula M78 section weeps openly. Meanwhile, the three S-tiers have barely touched each other. A few traded blows, a few probing strikes. Kratos and Power Girl separated early. Ichigo kept his distance. All three instinctively circling toward the same unspoken problem. King. Still standing in the exact same spot. King engine thundering, face locked in that terrifying expression. Kratos speaks first. Before we settle this between ourselves, we deal with him. Power Girl lands beside the ghost of Sparta, arms crossed. Agreed. I don't like unknowns at my back. Ichigo flash steps to their flank, Tensa Sangetsu resting on his shoulder. Yeah, whatever he is, I'd rather find out now than when I'm already bleeding. 3 S-tier warriors, shoulder to shoulder, turn toward King. King, internally, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. They charge. And King trips. His foot catches on a pine cone. He stumbles forward, arms windmilling, directly into the path of 3 civilization-ending attacks. Power Girl's heat vision, Kratos' axe, and Ichigo's Getsuga Tensho all converge on the exact spot where King was standing, and collide with each other. King falls flat on his face in the pine needles as 3 S-tier combatants accidentally unleash their full power on one another in the space his body just vacated. The shockwave is catastrophic. When the dust settles, Power Girl has a Getsuga burn seared across her cape and shoulder, spiritual energy that bypassed her Kryptonian durability in a way raw physics can't. Kratos has a heat vision scorch across his chest. Ichigo's Shikakusho is torn, blood streaming from a gash where the Levithian axe grazed his ribs. What? Kratos breathes. Just happened. The heartbeat, man, Power Girl snarls, landing hard. Played us! King slowly rises to his feet. Pine needles stick to his face. The King engine thunders so loud, it vibrates the very air. And then, against every survival instinct screaming in his brain, King closes his eyes and asks, "Was that all?" Silence. Absolute cosmic silence. Even Zurubang leans forward on his throne, forearms frozen mid-gesture. Excuse me? Power Girl's eyes glow red, heat vision primed. Did you just... Was that all you got? King repeats, voice somehow steady despite his internal monologue being nothing but, "Please let me live, please let me live, please." Ichigo stiffens. "No way," he whispers. Kratos turns. "What?" "It must have been sheer luck," Power Girl says. "Was it coincidence that we struck each other?" Ichigo grips Tensa Sangetsu, knuckles white. "That our own power got turned against us? That he walked out without a scratch?" Power Girl's jaw tightens. She's fought beings who warp probability, beings who exist outside causality. She's watched universes collapse around her and survived by being too stubborn to die. She knows what it looks like when someone operates on a level where your best punch is just weather. Kratos stares at King. The ghost of Sparta has faced Zeus at his peak, the Sisters of Fate, Baldur's immortality. He knows what it looks like when a being exists on a plane where your attacks simply do not matter. "We are beneath him," Kratos says slowly. King blinks. "Wait, what?" "A being so far above us," Kratos continues, "that fighting him would be meaningless. Our attacks would be as dust against a mountain." He actually bows his head slightly. Power Girl's fists unclench. "Then why?" Ichigo's mind races. "Why not destroy us now?" All 3 turn to King. King's brain running at 1,000,000 miles per hour. "Say something. Say anything. Don't scream." "Well done for spotting this." His voice comes out flat, bored, almost like a teacher mildly impressed that a student finally solved an obvious equation. Zurubang actually gasps. King continues riding the momentum of his own terror. I entered to observe, to see if any of you were worthy of my attention. What am I saying? Stop talking! And? Kratos asks. King looks at them. A god killer, a Kryptonian who survived the death of reality, a boy who carries 4 bloodlines and the weight of every soul he's ever protected. You'll do, he says, for entertainment. I'm going to die. He waves one hand dismissively, a gesture he's seen Saitama do 1,000 times when bored. Now, have a good fight. He walks to the edge of the arena, sits down on a boulder, and crosses his arms. The King engine continues thundering. From a distance, it sounds almost like anticipation. The 3 S-tiers exchange glances. He's watching us, Power Girl realizes. Like we're sport. Then let us give him something worth watching. Kratos ignites the blades of chaos. His eyes burn. I did not come here to kneel. Same. Ichigo raises Tensa Sangetsu. His scowl has shifted into something harder, something familiar. The look he wore before every impossible fight. Byakuya, Grimjow, Ulquiorro, Aizen. The look that says, I don't care how strong you are, I am not going down. Power Girl cracks her knuckles. The sound echoes across the arena like a gunshot. Her cape billows behind her, and when she speaks, her voice carries the weight of a woman who watched her entire universe die and decided that she would never, never stop fighting. Then, let's make it count. Act 4. Endgame. Remaining fighters. Kratos, bleeding from forehead, Spartan rage awakening. Ichigo Kurosaki, bleeding from ribs, spiritual presence climbing. Power Girl, heat vision scorch on shoulder, solar reserves high. King, observing, judging, terrified. The 3 warriors form a triangle. Pine needles crunch beneath their feet, except under Power Girl, who hovers an inch above the ground, cape drifting. 3 killers. No words. They've said enough. They move. Power Girl strikes first. She is, after all, the fastest thing in this arena by raw flight speed. Mach 12 straight at Kratos, fist cocked, the air screaming around her. Kratos plants his feet and catches the punch on the Levithian axis flat. The impact sends a shockwave that strips bark from every dead trunk in a 50-meter radius. His boots carve twin trenches through the earth. He holds. Ichigo flash steps into the gap, appearing above Power Girl, blade already descending. She catches Tensa Sangetsu on her forearm. The blade bites. Blood. She headbutts Ichigo and sends him spiraling. You bleed, Kratos observes. Everyone bleeds, Power Girl says. The question is, how much? She fires heat vision point blank. Kratos ducks. The beams carve through the boulder behind him like butter, the stone glowing white hot as it splits. He throws his Levithian axe. It catches Power Girl in the midsection. Frost erupting across her abdomen, enchanted ice spreading across Kryptonian skin. She gasps. Magic. Every damn time. She rips the axe free and hurls it aside, but frost clings to her, slowing her, and Kratos recalls the weapon. It flies back to his grip through the space behind her, and he's already closing, blades of chaos whipping. Ichigo descends from above. Hollow field, Ryatsu dense enough to warp light. Getsuga Tensho! Black energy laced with red hollow power, twice the size of the last, screaming as it tears across the arena. it catches both Kratos and Power Girl, hurling them apart. Kratos slams into a boulder. Power Girl catches herself mid-flight, frost cracking off her body, and rounds on Ichigo. "That energy of yours," her eyes narrow. "It's not physical. It bypasses my durability." "Yeah," Ichigo's hollow mask grins. "That's kind of the point." She blitzes him. Mach 15. A straight punch that would cave in a mountain. Ichigo flash steps, barely. The wind pressure alone tears his shikakusho at the shoulder. He appears behind her, Tensa Sangetsu swinging. She's already turned. She catches the blade between her palms. Blood seeps from her fingers, where the spiritual edge bites. "Fast," she admits. "You too," he admits back. Kratos crashes into both of them. The three-way collision sends shockwaves across the arena that rattle King's boulder. From his seat, King watches with wide eyes. "This is insane. I wonder if even Saitama would have a chance against them." The battle rages. Power Girl's fists hit like the meteors from orbit. Each impact cratering the ground, sending pine needles into the air like confetti. Kratos' chains scream through the air. Ichigo's Getsugas carve black scars across the arena floor. But Power Girl is fighting two warriors whose weapons both bypass her greatest asset, her invulnerability. The Levithian axe is magic. Tensa Sangetsu is spiritual. Neither respects Kryptonian physics. And both Kratos and Ichigo have spent lifetimes fighting opponents stronger than them. Kratos wraps the blades of chaos around Power Girl's wrist and pulls. Enchanted fire crawls up her arm. She roars, grabs the chain, and hauls Kratos off his feet, swinging him like a flail into a boulder that explodes on impact. But Ichigo takes the opening, flash stepping inside her guard, hollow mask blazing, Tensa Sangetsu singing. Power Girl catches the blade on her palm and falls to the floor of singed and smoking pine needles. Behind her, Kratos has pulled himself from the rubble. He cracks his neck. The Levithian axe frosts over in his grip, and he swings to hit Power Girl. She crosses her arms, takes the hit. Another. Each one staggers her a half step. Frost spreading across her forearms, energy crackling against Kryptonian skin. But she holds. Kratos watches her absorb blow after blow, and something ancient ignites behind his eyes. He steps forward, plants both feet, draws the Levithian axe back with both hands. Enough! Every ounce of Spartan rage, every god he's killed, every chain that's ever bound him, every nightmare he's earned, channels into a single overhead strike. The shockwave levels everything in a 40-meter radius. When the dust settles, she's still standing. Barely. Arms cracked, cape gone, blood on her teeth. She laughs. It's short and sharp and absolutely genuine. "Okay," she says. "That one hurt." Her knees buckle. The light in her eyes flickers. Not dying, just dimming. Solar reserves drained by enchanted frost and spiritual energy, the two things in this arena that ignore everything she is. "My cousin would have loved this fight," she manages. "Cal always said the best ones are the ones you lose to someone who earned it." She looks up at the constellation sky. 4 stars. She'll be the 5th. "Remember us," she says. Not to Kratos, not to Ichigo, to the universe. She fades into light. Power Girl, eliminated by Kratos and Ichigo Kurosaki. A constellation forms, caped and defiant, fists raised, burning white gold against the cosmic dark. Even as a star, she looks like she's daring the sky to try something. The DC section stands in silence. Then slowly, a single clap, then another, then a roar that shakes the stands. 2 S tiers remain. Kratos and Ichigo face each other, both bleeding, both breathing hard, both carrying the kind of exhaustion that lives in the soul more than the body. "You fight well," Kratos says, "for someone so young." "And you fight angry," Ichigo says, "for someone so old." "I have earned my anger." "Yeah, I know." Ichigo shifts his stance, left foot forward. Tensa Sangetsu angled low. "Doesn't mean I'm gonna let it beat me." Kratos rolls his neck. Something shifts behind his eyes. Not Spartan rage, but something older. Respect. "My son would have liked you." "Is that a compliment?" "It is the highest one I give." No more words. What follows is not the chaotic three-way war of before. This is a duel. Ancient and primal and honest. The Levithian axe meets Tensa Sangetsu in a clash that sends frost and spiritual pressure spiraling outward in a double helix. Kratos swings with the weight of a man who has killed his way through the entire 2 mythologies. Ichigo parries with the speed of a boy who learned swordsmanship by nearly dying 100 times. Kratos throws his axe. It flies with killing intent, frost trailing. Ichigo deflects it, but the blades of chaos are already whipping toward him, fire screaming. Ichigo flash steps, one chain misses, the other catches his ankle, yanking him to the ground. Kratos recalls the Levithian axe. It flies back to his hand, passing through the exact space where Ichigo's head was half a second ago. "You recalled it through me," Ichigo realizes, scrambling upright. "You used the throw as a setup." "I have fought gods who move faster than you," Kratos says. "Speed alone will not save you." Ichigo's eyes narrow. He's right. He's reading my flash steps. I can't just outrun him. He's too experienced. He's fought things like me before. Fine. Then I stop running. The hollow mask forms again, but this time it's different. The horns are longer. The Ryatsu is heavier. Ichigo isn't borrowing from his hollow. He's letting it in, all the way. His voice drops, dual-toned, human and monster. "You want to see what I really am." Kratos feels it. The spiritual pressure isn't just heavy, it's wrong. Like standing at the edge of a void that screams back. "Come then!" Kratos roars, Spartan rage reigniting. They crash into each other. Blades of chaos against Tensa Sangetsu, fire against void. 2 men who refuse to die, trading blows that would end lesser beings 1,000 times over. Ichigo opens a gash across Kratos' side with a rising slash. Kratos answers with a chain that catches Ichigo across the jaw, cracking the hollow mask. They stagger apart. Close again. Ichigo fires a point-blank Getsuga Tensho. Kratos tanks it on the flat of the Levithian axe, frost-absorbing spiritual energy, and is driven backward 30 meters but stays standing. "That power," Kratos growls through the smoke. "It is not yours alone. I can feel it. You carry others inside you." "So what if I do?" "It means you have not yet learned to fight as one thing." Kratos throws the Levithian axe again. Ichigo flash steps left. The blades of chaos are waiting. Kratos read the dodge. 2,000 years of fighting things faster than himself have taught him one absolute truth. Speed creates patterns. Patterns can be predicted. Both chains wrap around Ichigo, arms pinned. Tensa Sangetsu trapped against his chest. Fire sears through the Shikakusho. Shit! Ichigo strains against the chains. His hollow mask reforms, cracking, reforming again. His Raitsu spikes. Soul Reaper, Hollow, Quincy, Fullbringer, all four bloodlines firing at once, trying to brute force through divine metal. The chains hold. Because the blades of chaos were forged by Ares, fused to Kratos' arms by a god of war, they have held titans. They have bound the Furies. They do not break for spiritual pressure, no matter how vast. Exceptional, Kratos says, walking toward the bound Soul Reaper, recalling the Levithian axe to his hand. Stronger than most gods I have killed. Your power is extraordinary. Ichigo strains. The chains bite deeper. Blood runs from his arms. But power is not what wins fights, boy. Ichigo stares at the Godslayer, blood running down his face, hollow mask crumbling, Tensa Sangetsu pins against his body. Ichigo stares at the Godslayer, and he stops struggling. Yeah. His voice is quiet, human again. The dual tone is gone. You're right. You will be a terrifying man one day, Ichigo Kurosaki, Kratos says, and he means it the way he means everything. Completely, without decoration, like a stone falling. Yeah, well... Ichigo coughs blood. Come find me when I am. I want a rematch. The ghost of Sparta almost smiles. I will hold you to that. The Levithian axe falls. Clean, measured, precise. Not the savage overkill Kratos has delivered to 100 gods. A warrior's strike. Respectful, absolute. Ichigo feels the cold before he feels the cut. Rukia's gonna kill me, he thinks. Tell the old man I almost had him. He fades into light. Ichigo Kurosaki eliminated by Kratos. His constellation forms, black-cloaked and scowling. Sangetsu raised, burning white and red against the cosmic dark. Even as a star, he looks like he is about to pick a fight with the sky. The Bleach section weeps. The Shinigami Women's Association banner droops to half-mast. Act 5. Victor. Kratos stands alone amid devastation. Blood drips from wounds beyond counting. The Levithian axe hangs heavy in his grip. The blades of chaos smoke against his back. A heat vision burn still smolders across his chest plate. Chain burns spiral up the boy's arms in the constellation above. But matching burns now mark Kratos' hands, where Ichigo's Raitsu fought back through the metal. He turns to King. The King engine stops. In the absolute silence, Kratos and King stare at each other. Was it enough? Kratos asks. King, internally screaming, externally stoic. It was acceptable. Kratos actually laughs, a short, rough bark of genuine amusement. Then I am satisfied. Winner, Kratos! Zurubang's voice echoes across creation as the crowd erupts into thunderous applause. The ghost of Sparta does not acknowledge them. He simply walks towards the arena's exit, axe over his shoulder. He pauses beside King's boulder. If we meet again, Kratos says quietly, I would like to know your true power. King's heart nearly explodes. Maybe someday. Never. Absolutely never. Kratos nods, as if this is a solemn promise between equals. He walks into the light, King remains on his boulder. Above him, 6 constellations shine. Did I win? King whispers to himself. Zurubang appears beside him, all 4 arms folded, golden coat shimmering. Interesting performance, the cosmic entity muses, but can we be real for a moment? King freezes. Zurubang winks. Your secret's safe with me, King. The multiverse needs its mysteries. He pats King on the shoulder with one of his 4 hands. Besides, the crowd loved you. King looks up at the entity beyond gods and for the first time allows himself a shaky smile. Can I go home now? Not really. Zurubang snaps his fingers. We see each other again after season 1. King's form shimmers. He rises, slowly, involuntarily, his body outlined in golden light, the King engine thundering one final time across the arena as he joins the constellation sky. His star pulses with that unmistakable rhythm, thump, 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 a heartbeat in the heavens. Confusion ripples through the stands. Whispers become murmurs. Murmurs become argument. Then a voice. Don't you see? He is beyond omnipower. He let the weak one win. He chose to join the stars. The realization spreads like wildfire. He sacrificed his victory. He gave the win to the Spartan out of mercy. The strongest man on earth doesn't need trophies. The applause begins slow, a swell, a wave, a roar. Millions of spectators across every universe rise to their feet, clapping not for the winner, but for the man who never threw a single punch and still became the most talked about fighter in Battle 16. King's constellation pulses brighter. If stars could sweat, this one would be drenched. Zurubang settles onto his throne, gazing at the constellation-filled sky. He grins. Not bad for a Monday. He snaps his fingers, the pine needles fade, a new biome begins to form. Because there's always a next battle.